What if I were to tell you that I spent almost $500,000 not on a car or a new house or anything like that, but on 3 paintings? Why would I do that, and why is it actually important for you? So I'm gonna jump right in and show you guys why you should care. And at the end, I got something insanely cool to show you. I can't tell you what it is yet. It's right here, but do not miss it. You are gonna freak out. Hey, this is Russell. Welcome back to my vault. Today, I'm pulling out some insanely cool things that I never share with anybody. This is the first time I publicly showed these anywhere. I'm gonna show you guys some really rare art that I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on, but there's a reason behind it. It's not just because I'm chaotic or because I'm trying to collect art. All these have to do with success, with personal development, and you having more happiness in your life. And so that's why I got these, and I'm excited to walk you guys through everything. To start this journey, I want to begin with this right here. This is a copy of Success Magazine. This is the December 1900 issue of Success Magazine. And if you look at the cover, it's beautiful. It's got the 3 wise men on there. It's like, it's one of my favorite covers in the entire Success Magazine collection. And so I started doing some research on this because I was like, who painted this? Like, this is so beautiful, and like just everything about it. And I found out that the painter, the person who actually designed this, is a guy named JC Leyendecker. This is the book about JC Leyendecker. And what's interesting is inside here, there's pictures of all different art. He was mentor with Norman Rockwell, and you see a lot of like his style from him. But he did magazine covers for like dozens and dozens of magazines in the early 1900s. So he was one of the most famous artists at the time. And so you can see his work. If you Google him, you can see his work on like thousands of, maybe I'm exaggerating, hundreds and hundreds of different magazine covers. And his style is just, it's some of the coolest stuff in the world. But why I love it is because he actually worked with Success Magazine on a lot of different prints. And this one is really cool because the way that they would do prints back in the day is they would go and like Leyendecker or somebody would go to the magazine and they pitch him like, hey, I want to do a cover. Maybe they would try to hire him or whatever it might be. And so the first thing that he would do is he would go and he would actually paint a version of like, here's the idea, here's the concept I want to do. And so what's crazy is this is actually the original painting that Leyendecker did that eventually became the December 1900 Success Magazine cover, okay? And so to put this in perspective, this magazine, by the way, is so rare. There's only one known copy on the planet. It cost me $50,000 to buy this. So that was the cost of this magazine. And then this painting here, again, it's the original painting. I had to go to a Leyendecker auction and fight to get this. It ended up costing me $125,000 to get this. But it meant a lot to me because, again, this was the magazine cover, and this is like what the artist would pitch to Success Magazine, and then they get the commission, like, yes, you are the one who can do this, and they would go back and they would go and paint the actual one that became the magazine. And so what's cool about this, you can see a lot of the elements he was trying to figure out here. You see like the different wise men, you see baby Jesus, you see different versions of the hands, like the hands praying this way or hands praying this way. A lot of the other ones at the auction I saw, I found other magazine covers, and you see he'd always have like different versions, like different ways to do the swatches here. Like I do it this way, or maybe I could do the swatches this way. And so this became kind of like, you know, the rough draft, you might say. It would have taken that to Success, showed it to them, and then got the commission. And from there went and actually designed the actual magazine cover, which then would be printed, obviously, and print, 100,000 copies or whatever it was for this issue. What's cool about this, Success Magazine, they liked it so much, they actually reprinted this cover again a couple decades later. So Christmas 1919, they reused this one. So I don't know if this is after Leyendecker passed away and they were able to do it because of royalties, or if they just reran it. I don't know exactly the story behind it. I wish I did, but it's kind of cool that they reran it 19 years later, the same design. This is kind of a cool thing, but again, I went to a Leyendecker auction. I was buying a bunch of things, and I actually got 3 paintings from paintings he designed that eventually ended up becoming the covers of Success Magazine. So that's what I want to show you guys. So this is the very first one. Again, I spent $125,000 on this art piece. In the future, you guys have a chance to come to the museum that I'm building, the Atlas Research Center. You have a chance to see this framed on the wall next to this cover will be framed as well, and just be kind of a cool thing for you guys to see and be like, I know the story behind that painting. So that's Leyendecker number 1. Now here's the next painting I'm going to show you. So this is actually a painting he did called The Elegant Couple. He painted this in 1895. So this is actually before Success Magazine actually became a thing, but these were characters he was working with, which is really fascinating. So that's the painting of it. And then fast forward to the April 1903, he then got the commission to paint The Elegant Couple in different ways. So this is another version of The Elegant Couple here. You can see like a lot of the designs he used, like the ruffles and the dress and things like that. Like you tell he'd been trying different versions and variations, different settings of these people. And this is the one that ended up becoming the April 1903 issue of Success Magazine. So there's The Elegant Couple on the cover. All right, and then the last, actually this is the second to last cover I want to show you guys. This is called Apple Picking. I got this one at the auction for $75,000, which is exciting. It was a bidding war, but nobody else knew the real value of it, which is the fact that it also became the October 1908 cover of Success Magazine. And so this one's cool because it's like, you can tell it's a direct, exact copy of it. It's interesting too, because you watch the prototype or the first draft of it, like it's missing. Like you don't see the basket there. You don't see her hands not finalized and stuff. And so, but still it was enough to show and then go back to Success and make this one on design. They're like, yes, you get the commission. And then boom, we went and created this one. So this has been fun for me because again, I'm not an art collector by default, but I am a collector of books and magazines. And for me, like I love the story of Success Magazine. It's like one of my favorite stories ever. Someday I will own the company and it'll be my magazine. But until then, I love the history behind it. And like every era you'd look at like when Orson Swett Martin started, like the designs of the covers, and you can see like it would shift after 2 years, shifted to new design. And so there was this window of time where this was what art was back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, because this style, like Norman Rockwell, you look at all the paintings he was doing, where there's beautiful paintings. JC Leyendecker, like you start seeing him doing very similar styles, and like this became what art looked like back then. And so I just imagine myself at the newsstand seeing this, and like again, maybe this doesn't connect for me right now. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, what's this person picking the apple orchard? But back then it was like that was what success, what freedom, like things looked like for them. And so it was encapsulated by these magazine covers and these paintings. And so for me, it's fun for me to collect these things and just kind of see the history and how they were part of this early New Thought movement, the beginnings of success in the country, the people that were involved in that. You know, someone as me, someone who create books and we design magazines and newsletters, like we're producing stuff all the time. And I'm always like, what's the visual aesthetics that we're creating to give someone the emotion that we need for them to buy something, right? Over here, it's just fun to see like this is the stuff that got people to buy things off the newsstands in the early 1900s. So it's really, really fun. I kind of hinted that I was showing you guys these paintings to show you guys 3 Success Magazine covers, but there's one more I want to show you. The one I'm most excited for. Unfortunately, JC Leyendecker did not paint this one. I wish he would have. It would have been really, really cool. Maybe in the future, we bring him back from the dead or whatever. Maybe AI Leyendecker, we can get him to make a version. But what's cool about this is if you look at the December 1900 issue, it was the 3 Wise Men, which you saw the painting and you've seen the original copy. But if you fast forward from December 1900 to December 2025, so what's that, 125 years later, I'm really excited. I'm really excited and really proud of the fact that I am actually on the cover of this month's issue of Success Magazine. So I hope you enjoyed seeing these other ones. And this one is coming to newsstands near you very, very soon. Also going to be doing a magazine signing. I bought 5,000 of these for you guys. In the very near future, I'm going to be doing a live event where I will sign all of these and we'll be sending them out. You just cover shipping and we'll ship them out to you guys because I got a lot of them and I'm going to have a cramped hand, but I want to sign some for you guys because, again, Success Magazine, I think I'm the biggest fan of the magazine on the planet. And the fact they honor me, this is their legacy issue. So I tell stories in here about the founders of Success Magazine. I talk about Orson Swett Martin, his story, his history. I show pictures of like all the first edition magazines throughout time. I show a couple of these paintings, and I hope that you guys enjoy this issue because it'll help you see the history behind success and why I'm doing all this crazy stuff I'm doing. And yeah, I'm just really honored and grateful that they allowed me to be on the cover this month. So I'm sure down in the description below we'll have a link where you can go register for my book signing, magazine signing party that we're going to be doing, and then we can ship you out a signed copy, and that way you have a chance to read about Success Magazine and get a piece of history. So with that said, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. And again, if you want to come to the magazine signing, there'll be a link down below to go register. Come hang out with us, and appreciate you all being here. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you all soon.